It's the CFG, and welcome to the Confident Fat Guy podcast. What's going on, beautiful people? It is the CFG, and welcome to another episode of the Confident Fat Guy podcast. I hope you guys had an amazing 4th of July weekend. Disclaimer, this episode might be a little touchy for some, but on this week's episode, we're going to have a little chat. There seems to be a reoccurrence around every holiday of fatal car accidents. The last 3 days between my county and surrounding counties, there's been several fatal car accidents. Whether it's you're in a hurry or you're drinking and driving, guys, we have to do better. We need to slow down, pay attention, put the phones down, and if you're gonna drink, don't drive. Why are we in such a hurry? I know, poor time management. Why are we texting and driving? I know, because that text message can't wait. Why are we drinking and driving? Oh, I know, because nothing bad can happen to me. I know, I've had the same thoughts. But in 2017, I was in a really bad car accident because I was texting and driving. I was on my way home from work. My best friend was in the passenger seat. I just got hired on full time and I was excited and I was texting everybody. Well, as I was texting, I dropped my phone and I took my eyes off the road for really nearly a split second to grab my phone. And I started swerving because my passenger tire went off the side of the road. And when I tried to recorrect it, I hit the embankment at probably 30 mile an hour. My car was totaled. I was okay besides a big gash in my elbow, but I broke my best friend's back. It took the fire department nearly 20 minutes to cut him out of my car, and it was my fault. I lied to the police and I lied to my best friend and told them that a tie rod broke. I costed him months of work. And guess what? Being the young, dumb individual that I was at the time, I didn't have insurance. So I got hit with a $20,000 lawsuit from his insurance company. After he found out the truth, my best friend reamed me, and it affected our relationship for a long time. Thank God we're back to normal. I don't think I've ever apologized to somebody more than I did my best friend after that. I know this episode isn't going to change anything, but I'm really hoping that parents, if you're listening to this, have your teenagers or your children listen to this too, because I really hope it makes a difference. And I hope they realize that we're not invincible like we think we are. Yeah, you might get away with texting and driving a few hundred times, or you might get away with drinking and driving a few hundred times, but your day is coming. It's going to catch up to you, and you're either going to be in jail or you're going to be in a body bag, or someone else's family member is going to be in a body bag because of your decisions. There are nearly 50,000 fatality car accidents a year in the United States, mostly due to drinking and driving, not paying attention, not wearing a seatbelt, or driving while you're tired. I know what it was like being a teenager, and in my early 20s, I was a borderline alcoholic. I drank all the time. I was invincible, so I thought. I hate to admit this, but I too have drove drunk a few times. I should have been arrested. I should have died, or I should have killed somebody. But by the grace of God, I didn't, and I made it home the 3 times that I've done it. As a firefighter, I have been to multiple fatal car accidents, and they're not pretty, and it's heartbreaking. And even one car accident that I was on, and I had the unfortunate task of cutting the deceased gentleman out of the car. His phone was ringing in the passenger seat, and it was his wife. There's a few things that I won't talk about on my podcast, and that is religion, politics, and drugs, because I've never used drugs. I've never even smoked marijuana before. But like a drug, alcohol is also addictive, and alcohol kills so many people. By no means am I saying don't drink. Just be responsible and know your limits. And if you do get to that point, call a friend, call an Uber, call a cab. Please don't drink and drive. Please don't be another statistic. Stay off your phones, pay attention, stop being in a hurry, because honestly, I'm so tired of reading in the news or seeing on the scanner pages another fatal car accident. It's like around the holidays, people lose their brain cells. And I'm sorry to be mean like that, but it's true. Everybody's in a hurry, everybody wants to party, and they don't think about the consequences. Holidays are meant for families to celebrate, not buried loved ones because of poor decisions. This episode is going to be kind of short. I've had a very long weekend with very little sleep. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of the Confident Fat Guy podcast. I do apologize that the episode is short this week. It was a very long holiday weekend. I'm still wanting to do a Q&A episode in the future. So please send me your questions. Get to know the CFG because I want to get to know you all. Or if you would like to support the Confident Fat Guy podcast and brand, you can go to any of the podcast platforms and click support. Any support would be appreciated, and you'll get a special shout out at a future episode. I will talk to you guys all next week. Thank you for all the love and support. We are at 61 downloads. Always remember, stay positive, stay humble, love yourself, and love each other.